The man was on the brink of death from thirst, but he didn't dare drink the seawater cupped in his hands. Just one sip could suck every last drop of moisture from his brain. The three of them sat in utter despair. No food, no water. The suffering felt worse than death itself. Then, suddenly, Jack screamed. The other two whipped their heads around, thinking he'd made a discovery. But to their surprise, he simply pulled a pencil from his pocket. With that pencil, Jack began drawing a sea chart from memory. Right onto a life jacket, he sketched quickly. First the latitude and longitude lines, then black circles marking nearby islands. Next, he used a navigation tool to estimate their position, based on the wind speed just 3 knots. If their luck held, drifting southwest might bring them to a small island. For the first time in days, they smiled. They had hope, but now, a new challenge. How to control their direction. Jack thought fast. He untied the rope near the raft's valve and used the life jacket to create a makeshift sea anchor. With it, they could stabilize their course and stay on track if everything went right. Land was just 7 days away. The smiles returned, but their mouths were unbearably dry. With no other choice, the three began to pray, begging for rain late that night, as if their prayers had been answered. The skies opened up, rain poured down. Overjoyed, they scrambled to collect every drop, cups, plastic, even their hands. Then they opened their mouths and drank greedily. For the first time in 5 days, they tasted fresh water, strength returned, but hunger still gnawed at them. Tom had been fishing for a week, but nothing ever bit. Frustrated, he pulled out a small knife and stabbed the water in rage. But in the next moment, he felt a jolt, a powerful pull on the blade. He hadn't struck the raft. Jack shouted at him for being careless. But then, shockingly, Tom hauled up a shark. In a frenzy, they pinned the creature down before it could leap back into the sea. Jack grabbed the knife and stabbed it again and again until the shark stopped moving. They finally had food. They devoured the raw meat and packed the leftovers into their socks to use as future bait. At last, they had a plan to avoid starving again. They rinsed the blood from the raft, letting it wash away into the ocean. But they had no idea that blood would attract unexpected trouble. Not long after, a swarm of sharks, drawn by the scent, began to close in.